thank you very much for joining us today on this special edition of Meldon Law Friends, because one of my very dearest friends, Elio Piedra, is our guest today. How are you doing today, Elio?
Well, I was doing good until I got here. Now I am doing so much better. I love it.
Full disclosure, Elio and I are very, very good friends. My wife is Cuban. He's Cuban. Our families are friends. I know why Elio works so hard, because he's got the most wonderful wife and children and family, right?
Thank you so much. Thank you. They are my engine, my gas, my fuel.
Yeah. you know, he has a very, very wonderful reason to work hard. And I want to commend you on the new radio station that you've launched in the last 6 or 8 months. And it's really exciting to have a Spanish-speaking station for North Central Florida, because we haven't had one before. And we're going to get into all of that. But first, I'd like to talk a little bit about your journey to Gainesville, Florida. I know you grew up in Cuba. Let's start there. What part of Cuba were you living in?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Cuba, in Pinal del Rio, Cuba. Okay, San Cristobal, Pinal del Rio, Cuba is a beautiful, beautiful piece of land as part of my province, Pinal del Rio. And you know, I started I studied music at 9 years old. You know, I know we're gonna get into that, but
yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So you're a 9-year-old kid, and you're living. And how did you get interested in music?
You know, this is a funny story. You know, I was supposed to be a soccer player. I used to love soccer. I still do, but I stopped playing because I went to my music career. But I remember I was 7 years old, and my mom was a secretary at the House of Music in my very small town. And she said, "Hey, why you don't stop by? Let's get you in line and see if you have the skills. You've been gifted. We don't know yet." And you know, funny enough, when I went to take the test, the music teacher that they were actually, you know, testing all the kids in that town, they were blown away. They was like, "Wow, I mean, is this kid being prepared somehow by any music educator?" And my mom said, "No, he was just going to the soccer field." And I grabbed my kid and I brought him. And I remember this teacher telling my mom, "Your kid is gifted. You need to pay."
How did they test you, though?
Well, that's a great question, Jeffrey. Let me tell you, very specific tests. You know, they used to do polyrhythm to see if I got any rhythm skills. They used to play some notes on the piano to see if I could sing on tune, if I knew any per section of the melody, and they combine both later and make it complex or even more complex. And honestly, if you didn't got any training, how I was supposed to do that? And they said, like, your kid, they told my mom, your kid is something else, you know? And after that, I went to actually the school to keep getting tested. It wasn't easy. It was in multiple weeks that I had to go back until they found out that I was some musical talent in me, and they wanted to see what instrument it was. So they texted me on trumpet, violin, guitar, all of that. And what was my passion? And I found out it was percussion. So I went percussion and piano.
Mm-hmm. So you learned piano and percussion at the same time?
Yes, because in Cuba, the music in Cuba, it is serious business. I mean, it's not like you go and you play at the band. No. They very, very tough. And the teachers are super tough on you. And piano is like, for example, let's say you play trumpet and I play percussion. We are both students at this music school, but we must play piano. Complementary. I mean, it doesn't have to be as a pianist, but it's complementary. You have to play Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, all the classical stuff, and you have to play. There is no choice. It's not like, oh, you can play piano, you want it, you don't want it, it's fine. No, it's not fine. You have to. And learn how to write and read music. This class is called solfege, you know, in Spanish is solfeo, you know, and music theory, music history. We have so many classes based on music that they were part of our journey, all of us, in Cuba. It was really super hard. And, long story short, after 5 years in the elementary school of music, I went to the National Conservatory, and then I graduated. So my whole career in music was 9 years straight.
So at the National Conservatory, what was that like there?
Well, I got to tell you, that's like a boarding school here. Like, you are living in school the entire week, and actually even the complementary school. I've been living in this school from Sunday evening until Friday afternoon, and I only spend a little piece of my Sunday and the entire Saturday for 9 years away from home. Yes.
And, now that you have this beautiful family, you can imagine what that must have been like, from your perspective, right?
Exactly. Well, that's one of the main reasons why after me touring, I had the opportunity to be touring in the States. I said, like, no more. I want to keep developing my business and keep supporting my community because I realized that I will have more time for my beautiful family.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Elio, has, his dad and your mother-in-law's here and your mom. And
everyone. We brought everyone. My wife brought me, and then 6 years ago, I brought my mom, my dad, and then my sister came later. Yeah, because, we how much suffering we've been having for over 60 years in Cuba, and we've been trying to escape, right, that oppression. So that's why we, seeking opportunities in this, in the greatest nation, as we all know, in the world, which is the United States.
I know. It's really amazing. So how did you figure out a way to get out of Cuba?
Well, you wanna hear something funny? That everyone, it is always in Cuba, they're always thinking about how can we get out, and I never thought about that, because to be honest with you, I was doing well at that moment. I was talking about 2008, 2009. I was already performing with big names in Cuba, and it was because I never stopped and paused myself to say, okay, let's think about this for a second. I was doing well, and I remember I met my wife. We were sweethearts at school.
You told me you met Alice like when you were a kid.
Yeah, 9 years old. Uh-huh. And then we started music. She used to play clarinet. She was a clarinet player. And you know what? She went back to Cuba. And we fell in love. I guess we never stopped being in love anyways. And at some point, having the relationship, she said, hey, this is all beautiful, but it's going nowhere if we don't get together and decide where we're going to be. And guess what? In Cuba, it's not going to be. She was already living in the States because she came before.
Her mom had come here or something?
Yeah, her mom. She came with her mom, her dad to live in Fort Lauderdale, in Broward County. And she brought me something as now known as a fiancé visa. And I said, like, what is this? I was like, what is this? And she said at that moment, that means that, are you willing to come with me? Do you want to come with me? And at that time, I'm telling you, it was like someone slap you in the face and throw a bucket of ice on you, because I never thought about that. And that was very impactful. That meant going away for good from my mom, my dad, all my siblings, my career, sacrificing everything. And that at that time, think about it, I didn't want to, it's not that I didn't want to, but I never thought about coming here, right? And I was like, okay, this has to be a purpose, a reason, and that was love. I came to follow her path here and sacrifice whatever it takes to be with her, and I did.
Well, that's amazing, and you were able to reunite with your family.
Yes, well. And sadly, I had to wait 7 years to see my mom and my dad again. You guys can only imagine how that is like. And I am sure people sometimes have to wait more, but to me that was an eternity, right? just talking on the phone, not even FaceTime, because at that time, FaceTime,
Yeah.
it wasn't even a thing.
No WhatsApp.
Yeah, no WhatsApp. Facebook was barely beginning, you know.
Yeah, I know. Nowadays, everybody communicates with WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And
Nowadays, you can talk on the WhatsApp every day, you know, doesn't matter. But back in the day, it was tough. Only letters, not even emails. It was insane. It was really rough. But you know, there is always the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yeah. So let's talk about it. How did you make your journey to the Gainesville, North Central Florida area?
Well, when I got to the United States, I wanted to stay in Miami, as all Cubans do, right? And my wife, she was very receptive of that. I said, like, okay, because you know what happened? I gotta tell you this. I was playing with a very popular artist in Cuba. The same week that I came, watch this. This singer, Marilena Lasso, she realized that Elio, her drummer, was here. And she had a concert in Miami Gardens. So 11 days of me being in the United States, I got a call from this booking agent saying, hey, are you Elio? Yes, I am. Well, we have this concert in Miami Gardens. There is this big show. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Is it me? I don't think, how you got this number anyways? Well, don't worry about it. We found out. And Marilena, and when he said Marilena, I said like, wow, Marilena, that artist is here. Long story short, Jeffrey, I had a wonderful time. I connected immediately, 11 days being here in Miami after performing that night with people on America TV in Miami, in Miami Gardens, and a lot of connections. You know how I am. I like to talk to people and all of that. And in Miami, you
talk to people.
Right. And in Miami, you don't even need English in Miami, right? So I was, talking, making my connections. And I told my wife, I want to stay in Miami. And she says, listen, you want to do that? Perfect. You can do that. But, I need to be in Gainesville to continue my career. At that time, she was studying criminology and also mental health counseling. And I said, like...
That was good for you, right?
That was, yeah. especially at that time. And, Jeffrey, at some point, I realized, what am I doing? I came here for her, and I am just getting all emotional and excited about this. And I understand it was my career, and I kind of like get it, but I said, no, that's not right. The right thing is, to keep wherever she goes, I'll go and support her. She was a student, and I came, and I said, like, no Miami. And I got to tell you this probably was the most amazing things in my life, because Gainesville taught me how to speak English, how to learn the system, how to adjust to the United States better. I don't think that I will be speaking this English in Miami. It's not perfect.
In Miami, you don't have to speak
in Miami,
English.
No. Not at all.
If you're in Hialeah and you speak English, they're going to look at you. What's wrong with your Spanish?
Exactly. So I am so deeply grateful with this community, with Gainesville. You have no idea. I can put it in words. Like the fact that I even went to UF. I went to University of Florida to polish my English, to make sure that I didn't want to get any American accent, but I just wanted to make sure that I was able to communicate, to do business, to expand whatever direction I wanted to take. And I'm very grateful that I stay here in Gainesville. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Gainesville has a very strong Latino population now.
Yes.
And how many years have you been here now?
I've been here 13 years, and this year is going to be 14. But yeah, just last November, it was 13 years since I came.
Listen to this crazy story. I'm at a party in our neighborhood. One of our neighbors had a party, and I was there 2 days ago, right? And we're hanging out, and I'm talking with one of the people who's works at the University of Florida with the president. And I was, we were talking about, I said to him, do you know that 20% of the students at the University of Florida are Latinos? He said, well, actually, it's 22%.
Wow.
And he said, when we get to 25%, we get all kind of special designations, and we are going to be able to get even more funding for, I guess, all their, programs for Latinos from all over. So Gainesville, the University of Florida, which is huge, plus, UF Health and everywhere else, we have jobs.
Yeah.
We have,
Yes.
a lot of the people that go to the University of Florida from Miami, they come here and they don't want to go back. They live up here and they go, oh, I could live here.
It's a wonderful community, full of opportunities, a beautiful environment to grow your family. And talking about stats, and these are facts. You know that I've been in the media now for over 6 years, and we have to work with numbers and data all the time. Do you know that we have 50 million immigrants in the United States? Immigrants in general. From that number, 50 million, 25 million, 50% of that are Latinos. Can you believe that? Imagine we have 80% of Latinos. They are in Miami. So in Miami is 80% Latinos, unless you go to Wynwood or Miami Beach and all of that.
Right.
We got Orlando, Tampa, all of that. And now in Alachua County, we have almost 50,000 Latinos from all ethnicities.
And let's not forget Marion County, because Ocala and Marion County are neighbors.
Yes.
And Meldon Law has put our offices there. We are growing our team there, and we're looking to expand within Marion County. And there's actually more Latinos in Marion County than Alachua County.
Wow. Yeah, I believe it, because I guess there is a huge amount of people that they go seeking for properties, a little cheaper, and also it's peaceful. It's a little more country down there, people, Latinos also, they love horses,
And the horses
and that's a
is
horse
huge.
capital of the world.
I know. I know. So there's jobs anyhow, we're very excited to have Elio Piedra. I call him the music man. On our show today. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law, and we help people who have been seriously injured in accidents put their lives back together, and we're very proud that we can help during the day. While Elio, he takes over, during the day, during the night, making people's lives a little happier, right?
Definitely. Through radio, to media, through Fiesta, bringing the good times to you. Because, hey, let me tell you something. The rest of the things, they are out there. You can keep them away, but the good vibes, the good energy, and the will to actually make a difference in the community, Meldon Law, Meldon Law. That's what I love, being surrounded by leaders like Jeffrey Meldon and his wonderful team, because what you guys do for the community, it is amazing.
You know what? It makes me happy. I get to hang out with really good friends. We go to all these events. You'll see me at every baseball game, basketball game, the football games, the gymnastics, the women's basketball, the softball, plus all the other wonderful events in North Central Florida. Ocala has amazing things going on. The World Equestrian Center. Who would have thought?
Amazing.
It's like somebody dropped this incredible Disney World for horses.
Oh,
right?
my God. And you got inside that place, it looks like Rome. Like, it's huge. We've been performing every single Saturday during the entire Grand Prix season this year, and it's mind-blowing. How many people from the entire planet. It's incredible. I love it.
And so let's talk about that. I know you've been at one of the for those of you that haven't been to the World Equestrian Center, think of, Disney World for horses, which means there's lots of shops around. I think you work with somebody that either has a restaurant or a shop there.
Well, we've been working with their company in general, and they've been very interested in promoting all type of I would say cultures there. One of the things that they have, it is Philo's Mexican Cantina. It's a beautiful terrace. It's a Mexican place inside the whole venue, right? They have a Mexican place. They have a steakhouse. They have jewelry. They have everything. But Philo's Cantina is being part of the after party of the international championship in Ocala for horses, and I get to hang out with the all the competitors, their trainees. It's amazing, their teams, and they come to dance after the fact, like they've been competing for 2 hours. Isn't that amazing? Well,
not only that, I think they're as amazed as any of us when they see what's going on there and how it keeps getting bigger and better every year. We like to talk about what's going on in Ocala and Gainesville on our show because we have a lot of listeners from Marion County, Alachua County, our friends up in Lake City, and we try to make this a community show.
Definitely.
So let's talk about what's going on with the radio station, 95.7 FM.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so Tu Fiesta Radio, 95.7 FM, covering the entire Alachua County, and we have a huge population from Marion County through our app. They download the app, and they love our music, our programming.
So what's the app called?
It's called Tu Fiesta Radio FM as well, yeah.
Tu Fiesta Radio FM. Download the app, and then you can listen to Elio's radio station. And it's not just recorded music, right?
Yes, it is live programming with news, with different professional topics such as financial wellness, health. There is a lot of great stuff happening. We're super excited. This is the app right here. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We've been producing like talk shows, content creation, presentations. We've been doing a lot of stuff supporting our community, our nonprofit community. We've been around creating content. We actually just partnered with Meldon Law, and we went out to the Gainesville Raceway, and we had a blast. And you know why we did that? Meldon Law and Tu Fiesta Radio, we did that to support our business community and showcase what we can do for our community. And that's what we're doing. Tu Fiesta Radio is more than radio. We have become a multimedia experience to help those in need that they need to amplify their message and put it out. And you know, we have incredible guests. Like, for example, tomorrow we have the Alachua County Sheriff Office. We're going to have Florida Acupuncture in our show. We have a mix of entertainment, news, educational content that people are on fire. I got to tell you, today we got a message, just today. This is exclusive for just this show.
Breaking news here on Meldon Law Friends.
It's amazing what people, they tell us. They just said, this program, this show is addictive. Every day gets better and better than the day before. I love listening to your voices, and we reply because it was through our app, and we reply, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You are too kind." And this guy said, "It is true. It is true." And you guys, wow, oh my goodness, we can laugh with you guys. We can remember. We feel like home. And you know what? This is the ultimate goal. This is the mission of Tu Fiesta Radio 95.7. And you know what? Talking about University of Florida, talking about Santa Fe College, Jeffrey, I have endless, like countless, like students that they come to me and say, you know, when I heard that we had a radio station here in the last 3 months, this makes a huge difference because you can actually tune into your car, in your radio, and feel like you are literally in Miami or anywhere, you know? So that's so cool, you know? Yeah. That really fulfills the mission.
Yeah. So Elio had Tu Fiesta Radio, but it was sent out like a podcast would be, right?
Well, right before I started was online only, just on the web, and we had our app. But then after that, we used to lease an HD2 channel to our family from out at sea that I am so grateful with, and I would love to shout out to them. And you know, little by little bit, we kept putting together our team, and you know, and our connections, and just, you know what, being just in the lookout for opportunities. One thing is just have your HD2 and just sitting there and see what happened. But when we just kept looking for opportunities until we found one, and we found the right team to put it together, our engineers and everybody, my business partner, Paul Prusakowski, and we made it happen. But it was an online station before, HD2 channel, HD2 97.3 HD2, and then now it is a 95.7 FM.
Yeah, and so we're really excited. Meldon Law is partnering up. It's a Spanish-speaking station. My wife, Patricia, is Cuban, and she loves going on and doing her little show and joining with Elio. So when people listen in the morning, it's a mix of music and some talking, right?
Yeah, exactly. So every morning, that's a good point, Jeffrey. Every single week from Monday to Friday, our morning show is from 6 until 10. The first segment will be like 45 minutes. We start at 6:15, 6:20. And then after that, we have the first break. We have obviously our commercials, our sponsors that we support, and because they support everything that we do. And after that, it is 35 minutes. Another 3 segments of 35 minutes where we have guests. We talk about news, local news, entertainment. We have great debates about family life. But you know what? Cool thing about our show is that we always start our morning with motivational content. Because, when you wake up, think about this, like the very first 25 to 30 minutes of your journey. The first 35 minutes of your day, they are going to dictate the energy, the vibe of your entire day. For example, the rest of your day. So what we do very intentionally, we give motivational content. We start with the phrase of the day. The phrase of the day. It doesn't matter if it's simple, complex, something as simple as, you can do it. You have greatness within you. You have something special. You can pursue and follow your dreams, something, whatever it is. But we say something, and then we debate and we dive deep into it. And you know how many texts and voice messages we get through our app. People listening say like, wow, you just changed my day, and I just lost my dad. And I just lost my sister, and I just came from my country. And you know what? That actually is like fire. We get fired up after that. And the second segment can be local news. It might be something that we are debating. It is very, very entertaining and diverse, I will say.
Well, we have big news at Meldon Law. We just hired another Latina attorney.
Woohoo!
Okay. So now we have, we have her name, okay, is Carrie Torres.
Carrie Torres. With that last name, you must be Latina. You know
what
I mean?
Well, now we have 2 Torres because there's Angel.
2 Torres.
And so, anyhow, can you imagine our firm in Gainesville, Florida, and North Central Florida, having 2 Torres, one an attorney, right, and one a brilliant business development leader. And
yeah,
we're excited. But anyhow, so Carrie Torres, her mother and father were born in Cuba, moved to Miami. She was born in Miami. And, but when she grew up, she spoke as much or more Spanish than English. So for those of you out there that need help with somebody that's an attorney and speaking Spanish, not only do we have 1 lawyer, we have 2. Okay, we have Maria Perez, Youngblood, and Carrie Torres. Plus, there's 6 other team members that all speak Spanish at Meldon Law. Our great investigator, Adam, who's married to a Colombian. Adam. Have you met Adam yet?
Amara, what a wonderful guy. I mean, the most incredible guy, very, very, very compassionate, very smart, very funny. He's awesome. You have an incredible team at Meldon Law, and I congratulate you for that.
Well, thank you very much. And the message that we're trying to get out there is that whatever language you speak, we can help you, and we go out of our way to try to accommodate. And most of the Latinos up here speak some English, right?
Yeah.
However, when you're talking about a legal matter, it's really nice to have somebody that speaks your native tongue to communicate with. And you can go back and forth sometimes in English and Spanish and whatever. However, we know that trust is very important.
Yeah.
And, not only do we have this great team of folks that accommodate, whatever language you speak, but Mrs. Meldon is Cuban.
Exactly. Very, very important.
So I always tell everybody, we better do good, gang, because Mrs. Meldon is Cuban, and we can't disappoint anybody.
She's going to hold you accountable.
You know what? It's funny because I always say, I tell Patricia, when you go on Elio show, let everybody know that if they hire Meldon Law, they can have your cell phone number, and if there's ever a problem, they can call Mrs. Meldon, and she'll get it straightened out.
That's true. That's true. On top that now she's famous after the TV commercial that is been running, and every place I go, everyone has seen that, and always,
Isn't that great?
it's stopping me or stopping Patricia, and that's so good. That's
We
so
did a
good.
TV commercial where Patricia and Elio were in an accident, and Elio goes, "I'm calling my lawyer, Jeffrey Meldon," and Patricia goes, "Well, I'm calling my husband, Jeffrey Meldon." And it got such a great response that we did a sequel to it.
Yeah, and people love it.
And people can relate to it, right?
Yes.
It's like, okay, these are, regular folks in our community, and we don't get on our high horse about we got this, millions here and millions. We actually get more than all the others that advertise on TV for the cases that we handle. Our average settlement for our clients, according to the research I've done, is more than double what the lawyers that advertise back to back to back on TV are. However, what we talk about is community service, doing a good job serving our clients, communicating with our clients. The number one thing that aggravates people when they hire a law firm is not communicating with them.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like you would think that somebody who has a law firm would want to communicate regularly with their clients and help develop their case. So at Meldon Law, we do things like we have somebody called our client satisfaction specialist, and it's their job to communicate at least every 30 days with our clients and say, "Is everything going okay? Are you happy? Is there anything I can do to help you?" And
That's awesome.
And then people feel like, "Oh, okay, I've heard from my lawyer." Even if it isn't the lawyer calling, and we do have the lawyers call once a month as well.
Wow.
But the important thing is, like at Meldon Law, we really want to focus in on making everybody feel like they have a family behind us, behind them, and that we are working to help them get through some pretty serious stuff. So now you can listen to Elio in the morning and get your happy shoes on. Right?
Yes, get a boost. Get a boost.
Yeah.
And let me be your espresso, baby, in the morning.
And so what time do you get up in the morning?
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock every day.
Oh,
No,
shoot.
no matter what.
Yeah, see, I used to get up early. Not that early, but I used to get up early. I'd be at the office at 7:30 when I was a younger man. Okay?
Come on. You're a younger boy.
Hey,
still.
I got up really early. I was supposed to go tee off in Ocala at the Dina Golf Course the other day at 8 a.m. and I thought that was pretty early because I had to get up, get ready, drive there,
Yeah.
and hit some balls and stuff. Unfortunately, it got rained out, but that's okay. So let's talk about what kinds of things are going on in the community. I know that
Yes.
Tu Fiesta Radio, we see you at all the football games, and we see you all over the place. Let's talk about things going on in the community.
Yeah, right now we have a lot of stuff going on at Tu Fiesta Radio. Well, there is a very, very important thing that is about to happen in a few weeks. Well, there is a lot of stuff. Let me begin by saying that the Amazing Gift is coming up. The Amazing Gift, it is that day where the community gets together to raise funds for 125 nonprofits in Alachua County. We are blessed to have the opportunity to serve those 125 nonprofits, and Meldon Law is being part of that, by the way. For, I would say, this is going to be the 4th year. We're doing that with the Junior League. That's super exciting. We love giving back to our nonprofit community. Another super exciting thing is that here at Celebration Point, okay, we're going to have March 22nd, the World Masters Athletics Championship at the Sport Complex right here in Celebration Point. And guess who is going to be emceeing and entertaining
Who's that?
in the ceremony? Who do you think is going to bring the fiesta?
Elio Piedra.
I am going to be bringing the fiesta to 99 countries, baby. March 22nd, completely open and free to the public and everyone that wants to come. There is no charge. However, make sure you mark your calendars and be there. It's going to be at 6 p.m. It's going
Saturday night.
Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m., 2 hours, the ceremony. Think about the Olympic Games. When you go and you see everybody, the whole parade, people walking the countries, they are trying to lift up everyone with a little more entertaining environment than just saying, oh, and now comes the United States, now comes Panama. No. They wanted to spice it up. That's where I come to the game. It's going to be awesome.
So, and what's it called again?
It's called the World Masters Athletics Championship.
Now, does that mean older people?
That means that they are famous athletes, that they've been Olympic champions, they've been champions, world champions. I mean, there is all types of champions that they are coming to compete. So what that means is that they are already champions and they are now competing against each other. 99 countries. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And 25 of them are Latino countries.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be, that's exciting. Patricia and I are looking forward to being there. It's going to be awesome. How do folks go there? I mean, do they need to buy tickets?
Not really. I mean, it's going to be free and open to everyone. The reason I said, be on the lookout just for you to mark your calendars and make sure that you are there on time, because I am 100% sure that it's going to be tough to get in if you are not there in time, like early, let's say 4 or 3 p.m. because it's a lot of people. 99 countries. 8th Avenue here on the Celebration Point is going to be completely closed. That's going to be the Athletic Village. There's going to be and Tu Fiesta Radio is going to be covering the entire week of competitions. It's going to be super exciting. Exciting.
That's really awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So we're here at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, okay? And this place is amazing. We always give a shout out on the show to what Freddie Wiebe and Coach Spurrier have given to the community, because this is like the clubhouse here, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. The clubhouse for Gator Nation.
It's the clubhouse for Gator Nation right here, and we have the best time here. We were here last night. They had these famous football coaches and football players from all over the country. Amazing collection of great coaches and athletes here. And people from all over the country came.
It's amazing. I love it.
And we had a beautiful ceremony outside. So Spurrier's Gridiron Grill at Celebration Point. If you haven't been out here, come on out. There's always fun things going on. The restaurant here is more than a restaurant. It's a museum.
Yes.
And people, we had all these coaches last night who were from all over the country, and they were going, I need a Spurrier's restaurant for me.
Right? Now they want to get their own Spurrier's restaurant.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dabo Sweeney, who's the Clemson coach, and he's won 2 national championships in a row in football.
Wow.
But he talked very nicely about how Coach Spurrier helped him along in his career. And he was talking about this restaurant museum here, and he said, back home, he's in Clemson, South Carolina. He goes, maybe I can have, Dabo's hot dog house. He said, I don't know if I'm going to have something like this,
That's crazy.
The coaches really were blown away. They just, they loved it, and as they should. All of us that have come here.
And it only gets better and better. Now Visor has these wonderful, heaters, and AC is closed now. You can have weddings, corporate events.
Oh, right.
Visor rooftop. Oh, my God, it's wonderful.
Yeah, so Freddie Wiebe, who's the managing partner here, was telling me now that they've enclosed the upstairs Visors, that it's really going to become a party center. The restaurant's going to stay the same on the first floor, but on the second floor where Visors is, private parties, events are going to be what's going on there, and it's a perfect place Right? Perfect place for a party. And it doesn't have to be sports related. You want to have a good time, have a party. And if Elio's available, you might even be able to have him come and play some music.
What can I say? Give me a call. Hey.
Oh, how do people get a hold of you, Elio?
Oh, super easy. 352-327-5089. Call my number. I am going to answer myself. I know that we have our team and we have people that they also answer, but I like that personal touch. So you
You can call myself 352-317-4400. If you want to really get good service, call the office 352-373-8000 at Meldon Law, and we deliver the Ritz-Carlton experience. We work really hard every day. I was so excited today. One of our team members got promoted up to a case manager.
That's awesome.
And she had worked at the courthouse for many years, and she worked for 6 months learning how to support the case managers, and she did so well. She got promoted to case managers. By the way, Meldon Law is hiring. We have doubled the number of cases in 1 year that we had coming into the office. So we have gone out of our way to make sure that the level of our client service doesn't suffer and that we continue to maintain the Ritz-Carlton experience.
And you know why? Because at Meldon Law, you don't get an attorney that is working your case. No. At Meldon Law, you get a family that fights for you. That is a difference.
It's true.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Someone that even on Sundays will answer the phone no matter what time it is, even if his wife is, no, you got to rest. No, but it's because the passion, that this man right here, Jeffrey Meldon, has to help people and to give back to the community. I got to tell you, I don't know just one nonprofit organization and one organization that work for Alzheimer's, the community foundation, all these wonderful organizations. I was talking to CDS organization, behavioral, that they support kids in needs. I don't know one that Jeffrey Meldon and Meldon Law is not involved. It is endless, okay? What you do for this community, and that's why you are successful, that's why you are blessed, and that's why we all are blessed to have you here.
Well, thank you very much, Elio. I've never had more fun than when we started getting more heavily involved in the community. I've been involved in the community here for 55 years.
Wow.
I moved here in 1970.
Talk about legends.
Yeah. And no, I mean, we did a lot of stuff when I moved here and I was a kid. We started the Great Southern Music Hall in 1974, where the Florida Theater is today. And for 5 years, it was the greatest presentation of music in the history of Gainesville, including the University of Florida. With all their money and with all their beautiful buildings, they never put together the kind of music that we did at the Great Southern Music Hall. So,
and you were Tom Petty's very first attorney. Can you believe that?
That was a very wonderful experience, getting to see Tom when he was just a kid. I met Tom when he was 20 years old.
Wow.
So he was just a kid, and it was wonderful seeing the drive that he had, because when he'd come into my office and we'd sit down, I could tell this kid's serious. Okay, he's not screwing around. He's got his head focused on achieving something and making something great of himself. So my credits to Tom and everything he did for the Gainesville community. And he always, even when he became world famous and he was in LA and all that, he always talked about the Gainesville community. He wrote songs about his time in Gainesville. He, and the Heartbreakers, they were all, Gainesville boys. And, so this town is really been a music magnet for many, many years. Do you know there's 9 members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame from Gainesville?
Wow, I didn't know that we had that many, but I know we have some members of the Eagles, and other bands. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Bernie Ledden and Don Felder, who were local boys here,
wow,
were in the Eagles. And you had Stephen Stills from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, who was from here. Bo Diddley spent the last half of his life here, and Tom Petty and the Four Heartbreakers. So when you got you add it all up, you get to 9 people. But those were all very influential. Bo Diddley's he had a beat you would know as a drummer. Dun 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 dun. That was the Bo Diddley beat, and before him, they may have been doing it in Cuba, but they weren't doing it in Gainesville.
Oh my goodness!
So we love our music in North Central Florida. Anyhow, we're gonna wrap the show up one more time. Elio, tell the folks Tu Fiesta Radio 95.7 FM.
Yes.
Check it out. It's awesome. If they want to get a hold of you, give them your number one more time.
Absolutely. You are looking to, promote your business, get engaged with the Latino community, with the almost 50,000 Latinos that we have in Alachua County. You are looking and seeking to grow your business, your vision, your mission, get involved, advertise, whatever it is. Tu Fiesta Radio 95.7 FM. That's it. And it is very simple. Exactly that, tufiestaradio.com, and you got all the information right there. And this guy here to serve you and serve our community at 352-327-5089.
Well, it's been wonderful having you on, my brother. Okay.
So happy to be here with you anytime.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a wrap on Meldon Law and Friends for our time with Elio. However, stay tuned. We're going to be back in just a couple minutes with our community announcements. That's part of what we do here, let you know what's going on in the community. We'll be back in just a few minutes on Meldon Law and Friends.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm joining the band, of course. Since Meldon Law is the official law firm partner of the Florida Gators, I want to help.
Dad, we're litigators. Let's stick to helping people in the courtroom.
Well, can we still hang out and jam a little bit? At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I was going down a one-way street and a girl that was driving her car T-boned me on my scooter. I ended up going for an MRI and discovering that I had 2 herniated discs. Coming to Cary allowed me to not have to worry about what doctor I was going to see or what physical therapist I had to go to. They say, these are the people we trust. You're going to have a great experience there. And I honestly did each time.
Call Meldon Law. Your consultation is absolutely free.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran a red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon, because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Call Meldon Law right now.
Hey, Sammy, look who's there. Say hi.
Hey!
You again.
Meldon Law, Jeffrey speaking.
Jeffrey!
Somebody else hit us here.
Here we go again. Welcome back to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm your host, Jeffrey Meldon, attorney and founder at Meldon Law, and we're having a blast here. I love that segment with my good friend Elio Piedra. What an amazing young person who has just built something really substantial here and has done a lot to give back to the community. Speaking of community events, Meldon Law is now running for the best of 352. 352 is our area code, of course. And what we want to do is have you vote to support us. We want to be the best personal injury law firm in North Central Florida. We were last year. We're gonna be the best whether we win or not. However, if you want to help, just go to our Facebook page, Meldon Law, and you can vote for us, and we would appreciate it. We are in the middle of helping the Ronald McDonald House fund their amazing activities to help the families of children who are suffering from life-threatening illnesses, heart conditions, cancer, leukemia. They do amazing work. And this year, Meldon Law is donating $19.71, the year we were founded, 1971, to the Ronald McDonald House for every free throw made by both the men's basketball team and the women's basketball team. So we're very excited about that. That's really a great organization. My wife, Patricia, goes out there and helps them cook in the kitchen. And if you want to volunteer for a great organization, just call up the Ronald McDonald House, and they will find something for you to do. The easiest thing is go out there and help cook a meal. There's usually 100 people there that need to be fed, the families, the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, the sisters, they're all out there. And the part of the service is not only a place to stay, they have over 50 suites for families, but also helping with the food. And they take care of food, and so pretty amazing people. Couple other things. There's an acoustic concert that K Country in Ocala is doing March 3rd. Meldon Law has 2 VIP passes for you. Now, it's sold out, but if you're listening to this broadcast, you go to Meldon Law on Facebook and Instagram. The concert features Tucker Wetmore, Kelsey Hart, Josh Ross, and Dylan Schneider. It should be awesome. K Country 93.7 K Country is sponsoring it, and they're great partners of ours. Those of you that like to listen to country music as I do, go to K Country. They're the best, man. They're awesome. Some other stuff, the 4th Annual Warriors Gala in Ocala, Friday, February 28th from 6 to 9 p.m. At Making It Matthews in Ocala. The 8th Annual Habitat Ocala Strawberry Festival, March 1st, Saturday, March 1st from 9 to 5 p.m. at the McPherson Complex. So check it out and show up. There's going to be a ton of good stuff. Bring the kids, the family, everybody. You'll have a great time. I see they're having a pie eating contest. That's something I would love to enter. Okay, we got the Lake City annual Gateway Pro Rodeo. This is like a real rodeo for 3 days up in Lake City at the Florida Gateway Fairgrounds Rodeo Arena. Okay, that's in Lake City, March 7th, 8th, and 9th. So if you want to see some really top-notch talent, go there. It's going to be a blast. And Meldon Law is giving away tons of tickets. We are the only official injury law firm partner of the Florida Gators, and they give us a bunch of tickets for each event, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball, gymnastics, women's basketball. Go to our Facebook page. We're always giving away tickets. It's free to enter. There's nothing. You don't have to really do anything. Just go to our Facebook page, see what's available, and follow the instructions. And I have so many folks that come up, tell me they've won tickets. We give away a lot of tickets. So if you want some great seats for really amazing athletes, University of Florida has one of the top 2 or 3 athletic programs in the whole United States. So let's support them. Go out there. Baseball season. I am so excited. I went to my first baseball game this past week, and the Gators are loaded. And the softball team is even better. They have the top pitchers and the top hitters in the country. They will win the national championship this year, in my humble opinion. So let's have a good time. And if you ever have a need, if you've been in an accident and you need a top-notch law firm to treat you with respect and get you the best results possible, give us a call, 352-373-8000 at Meldon Law. You matter most. And you can also go to our website, meldonlaw.com. We're going to say goodbye right now, but thank you very much for listening and watching to another great edition of Meldon Law and Friends. And thank you especially to our good friend Elio Piedra for joining us today. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.